Welcome students to the next lecture of English Language and Literature Code 184 CBSE Class 10 First Term Syllabus. Today we are going to do the second part of fourth chapter from the Diary of Annie Frank. I have already uploaded the video for the first part. Do check that video, then you would be able to understand this video better. But let us recall what we had learned in that video. We learned that this diary of Annie Frank is a personal account of her diary, which is printed in the name of the diary of a young girl. The title of the novel is this. But in our book, we have from the diary of Annie Frank a little extract from that diary of hers, which was printed in the novel. Then we discussed the vocabulary words of this chapter in the last video. We also talked about the introduction, that how she had taken birth in Germany, they shifted to Netherlands, then a secret hiding, then to the concentration camp where she died of typhus. And then she started writing in her diary while in hiding there, and she was giving the details of her family in the diary before getting into telling something about the secrets of her life. She was telling this thing, that why writing a diary and why a diary is important to her, as she considered her diary as a friend. She loved her family a lot, but she did not have a friend whom she discussed all the secrets of her life, and she named her diary Kitty in that way. Then she was giving the details of her family, her father, her mother, her grandmother, her sister Margaret, and then about herself. Fine. And now she was discussing about the Montessori school that she had been to, where the headmistress loved her dearly, and they both had a very heartbreaking farewell when she had to leave that school. We discussed about this too. And finally, we read the first page of her diary, where she had written about the day, one day of her school, when everybody was worried that who would be promoted to the next class. She was saying that she was very confident about herself and the other girls in the class, and she was little worried about the maths subject, because she did not like it much and she was not well in doing maths. Let us see what happens after that. She's saying that how was her relationship with the teachers, and she's saying that I get along pretty well with all my teachers. There are 9 teachers in the school, 7 are men, 2 are women. Fine. So 9, 7, 2. And Mr. Keesing, an old fogey. Old fogey means an old fashioned person who does not change himself. Fine. And he teaches maths. It seemed to her that that teacher of hers has been annoyed with her for ages. It seems to her that the teacher is always angry with her, as if he has been annoyed, has been disturbed from Annie for last many years. And what was the reason? Because she used to talk too much in the class, and that was the reason that he was always annoyed with Annie. And now, as a punishment, he gave Annie to write an extra homework, and that extra homework was an essay on the subject called a chatterbox. She had to write an essay on chatterbox. So, before getting to know that what is chatterbox, how would she write it? Chatterbox means a person who is very talkative, who keeps on speaking something or something else, blah blah blah, who kept on speaking. So now she was thinking what to write about it. She wrote the title in her notebook and she kept that notebook in her bag. She tried to keep quiet in the period of maths. That evening, when she finished rest of her homework, she took out that notebook. Now she was thinking that what to do. She was chewing her pen. As you know that some of the students have the habit of putting the backside of the pen in their mouth. She was doing the same way. And she was thinking that I have to fill pages. I can leave big spaces between the words, and I can fill spaces and give to fill pages and give to my teacher. But she wanted to come out with convincing arguments. She wanted to prove that I am right. Though I talk, but I am right. It is my right to talk. So she started writing and she wrote 3 pages. And what was the argument she presented there? She said that it is a student trait. It is the quality of a student to speak, and when a student can talk. And she's saying that I would try to keep myself under control. I would try my best that I would control my talking in the class, but I cannot promise. Fine. She was writing, she wrote this thing in her diary. And she said this thing that she won't be able to control herself. Why? Because her mother also talked too much. And one cannot do anything about inherited traits. It is an inheritance. Inheritance means that I have got this thing from my parents. So how can I help? I cannot stop myself. And as every teacher would be, Mr. Keesing also started laughing at the arguments that she had presented. And I started talking in my way in the class. But in the next class, he again got annoyed and he assigned me the second essay. And this second essay was on the topic called in an incorrigible chatterbox. The first one was a chatterbox. The second one was an incorrigible chatterbox. Chatterbox means a person who talks too much. Incorrigible means a person who cannot change his habit. So the teacher is saying that you are an incorrigible chatterbox and you are going to write an essay on it. So she wrote something and she submitted it to Mr. Keesing. We do not know that what did she write about in the second essay. But in the first essay, she said this thing: if it is a student's trait, she would try to keep it under control, and it is an inherited habit from her mother. But in second essay, we do not know what did she write about, but she wrote something and she handed it to Mr. Keesing. Mr. Keesing had nothing to say for two next lectures. He was saying nothing. But for the third lesson, for the third lecture was going on, that means the third period was going on. He was so annoyed that he came to Annie, as you can see in the picture also, and he shouted at her and told her to write an essay on quack, 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 said Mr. Chatterbox. So this was the title of the third essay. So beta, you should know about it. The third essay is quack, 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 said Mistress Chatterbox. So beta, how many times do you write on the same topic with different ideas? How can you have different ideas? Because the main is Chatterbox only. Now she wanted to write something original. The class roared. The class was very happy when she was scolded, as you people might be doing in your class, that somebody is scolded and you're enjoying. And I had to laugh too, and Annie had to laugh. You can understand that why she wanted to laugh, because she wanted to show others that I'm not offended. Though though I had nearly exhausted my ingenuity on the topic of chatterboxes. Ingenuity means originality. Though I do not have anything to write about chatterboxes now. I have written every original thing that I knew about chatterboxes. It was the time to come up with something else. I wanted to come out with something else, something again original. Now, my friend whose name is Sane. So now this is an important character, Sane. So my friend whose name is Sane, who was very good at poetry, my friend promised that he is going to offer me help, and I was very happy. And I was thinking that Mr. Keesing is giving me essay as a form of punishment again and again. He wants to play a joke on me on this ridiculous and this stupid subject. What is the stupid subject? Stupid topic, chatterbox. I am very sure that this time the joke would be on him. Fine. I finished my poem and it was very beautiful. And what was the subject? What was the topic? Quack, 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 said Mr. Chatterbox. So she wrote about quack, quack, quack. That means she wrote about duck. And what was it? That there was a mother duck and a father swan. They have three baby ducks, three baby ducklings with them, and they were bitten to death by the father because they quacked too much. That three ducklings who used to quack, quack, quack the complete day, they were killed by their father. They were bitten by their father, bitten to death because they quacked too much. Luckily, Mr. Keesing took the joke in the right way. He was laughing when he was reading this poem, and he even read this poem to the class and to the other sections, and he was adding his own comments there. And from then onwards, I was allowed to talk in the class. And then onwards, I have not been given extra homework by him. On the contrary, on the opposite, Mr. Keesing always makes jokes these days. Nowadays, Mr. Keesing has become talkative and he plays jokes in the class. So this is all about the chapter beta. So in the starting, we talked about her family. We knew about her family. And then she talked about that why did she need a diary, because she could not confide in with anyone. She did not have a close friend. Then she is describing an incident of her school, that when everybody was quacking in the booth because the teacher was about to announce the result. Then she talked about the incident of Mr. Keesing, the teacher, who assigned her three essays to write on one by one as a form of punishment. And she could achieve what she wanted. She did not want to be punished more, and she wanted to play a joke on her teacher. And finally, she was successful. So let us do some RTC based MCQ, then some open MCQs. Okay, beta. So the paragraph is: paper has more patience. This is an extract from the chapter. I thought of saying on one of those days when I was feeling a little depressed, and was sitting at home with my chin in my hands, bored and listless, wondering whether to stay in or go out. I finally stayed where I was, brooding. Yes, paper does have more patience since I am not planning to let anyone else read this stiff backed notebook grandly referred to as diary. Unless I should ever find a true friend, it probably won't make a bit of difference. So in this extract, she has been discussing that paper has more patience. So I'm going to keep this diary with me. And she made this statement when she was a little bit depressed in her life and she was inactive. She was thinking whether to go out or whether to stay in. She was worried. She was brooding that yes, paper has more patience, and she would not allow anyone to read her diary unless she finds a true friend, because she would allow her true friend to read that diary. And that does not make any difference. If it would be a true friend, I would allow him or her to read my diary. So let us see the first question to it. Paper has more patience than people. What does this imply? This implies that any. So what does she mean by it? What does she mean to say by it? Let us say to that. Let us see to that. First point, believed in the power of writing more than speaking to people, felt that she could pour her heart out on paper without any hindrance. Third part, had more faith in sharing her thoughts and feelings with paper, felt that she could share her feelings openly on paper. So the answer to this would be B part. She felt that she could pour her heart out on the paper without hindrance. Next question. Let us move to the next question. From the same extract, we will do the next question. And the next question says, let us see to it. Let me erase it first. Pick out the emotion which clearly brings out the meaning of listless. As I told you, listless means inactive. So this is C part, this picture. Wait a minute. This picture, listless. She is inactive. Fine. So I'm just erasing it and moving to the next question. Next question from the same extract says that pick the option that is odd one out with reference to the meaning of patience. With patience, odd one out does not go with patience. So you have to be very careful. Perseverance. Perseverance means that I am not, I am a preserved person. Sorry, I have the patience to continue. Perseverance means in spite of difficulties, you continue something, that is perseverance. Tolerance also means in the same way that you are able to tolerate the thing. So a person who would be patient, he would have the tolerance power, and he would have the perseverance power that in spite of difficulties he might be continuing. Grit means a person who is determined. With patience, this also quality comes because a person who has patience can keep his detrimental behavior also. Indolence means laziness, that does not go with patience. So this would be the wrong one, and the extract is also asking the one which does not go with it. So it would be A option. Fine. I'm moving ahead to the next question, number 4, from the same extract. The next question says, if the diary were a true friend, what qualities would any expect it to have? Pick the option that lists these correctly. So what the qualities does she want with? She want in her diary as a friend. She want it to be optimistic? Tell me, does she want it to be optimistic? Optimistic, positive attitude. How would the diary show that? She wanted to be a good listener. Yes, she wanted it. That her diary should be a good listener to it. Okay. Next is confident. Confident means a person whom you can trust. That she wanted that. Third quality. Energetic. She wanted to see energy in diary. No. Did she want that it should be non-judgmental? That the diary should not judge her whatever she is saying? Yes. Outgoing person cannot diary cannot be outgoing. Does she want that the diary should be ambitious? No, a diary cannot be ambitious. So this is 2, 3, and 5, and which satisfy our answer. Third part satisfy our answer. So this would be the correct answer. So let me erase it and move to the next question of this extract, the last question of this extract, that says, Annie does not plan to let anyone else read her diary. Why does she did not want? Why did she not want that anybody should read her diary? The options are: she's secretive about her life. Mhm. It's about her intimate feeling. She's unwilling to share it with anyone. Though she is unwilling, but she can share it with the one who would be her true friend. She wants to cherish these moments herself. No, she was not saying that Annie would not be interested. not even me. So it would be intimate feeling. So B part is the correct one. Now some open MCQs from the text. The first question goes there, that when was Derry given to Annie? It was her 13th birthday, as I have already told you this thing. So C part would be the correct one. What was Annie Frank's full name? So this would be A part. Anneliese Mary Frank. This is A part. So I have included this question to tell you the answer to it. Next thing, next question. The next question is, what name was her book published with? What was the name of the novel that was published? It was The Diary of a Young Girl. B option is the correct one. Why did she not want to give a brief in the diary at first? She did not want to write the brief sketch in the diary at first because she wanted the diary to be her true friend. She did not want it to be formal. Okay, she did not like the idea, or both one and two. So I think D part would be the correct one. Because the reason being that she did not want to be very formal, and she wanted the diary to be her true friend. Okay, I'm moving to the next question. The last two questions for this. Who was the only survivor from any family? That I didn't tell you. I tell you, beta, that when they were shifted to concentration camp, Margot, her sister died, and then she also died. Her mother also died. Only was a survivor of the family was father, Annie's father. And when he went back after everything was silent there, the World War was over. He went back to Amsterdam and he found her diary there. He found it a unique thing and he got it published. So it was Annie's father. In which city were Annie and Margot sent to live with their grandmother? It was Aachen. Fine. So that completes your text better. So we have already done that in detail, but still, if you face any issues, you can write your problem in the comment box. See, this is the young girl, the youngest author, I feel, who wrote such a beautiful diary that it could be published in the form of a novel. Think of all the beauty still left around you and always be happy. This is the quote from her diary itself, written by Annie Frank. So, better stay tuned for the next videos to score good marks. Thank you, kids.